Thank you. You gonna say hi to the people? Say welcome back to our live. Say if you're joining us for the first time, Tay and I created this space to have candid conversations about our everyday experiences. And if you want to catch us when we start, you can find us in two places. You can find us on Facebook at Tay and Rita Live, and you can find us on YouTube at QTNA Live. I'm Serina Renee, one of your hosts. This little guy is Ace, and joining me shortly will be Tavia. You say hi to Auntie Tay.
Hey, nephew.
Say hi to Auntie
cute.
Tay. Okay, you've had your 5 minutes of fame. Or 5 seconds.
All right. You guys had that echoing for like 2 seconds, but it should be gone now because I think both of ours has one mute. So welcome back to...
Hey, friend.
Hey, girl, hey.
You look
Hello.
cute.
Thank you. I just feel...
Puff.
Thanks. I moved it more to the front so then I'd have to do my edges.
See, and then you get that fall. And see, I can't do that right now. I'm still a little bald head.
You could do it. You would look funny, but it would be possible.
I would have to put a little scarf in the back. You know, the scarf that cover up the back and then make it look like I got a whole bunch of hair up here. Yeah.
Is that what the girls are doing?
Mm-hmm. How would they know?
Okay.
They'll never know.
Look,
I love those.
And don't let your hair get caught on a tree like mine did.
Oh
so.
No. Oh boy.
You remember I told you that? Do you remember I told you that? My hair got caught on a tree? Okay,
yes, I seen this whole wig get caught in a tree. She went to walk and the wig was hanging on the tree. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, that was my ponytail. That's what happened to my ponytail. It was just hanging on a tree. I was like, oh! But you know what? Now I grew enough hair that this is probably the size of the ponytail I have. So ain't no trees over here. All right, guys. So what's up? We hope that you're having a wonderful day, that your weekend was great. We are back with Serina Live. Serina, we haven't been pinning the comment on Instagram. So could you do that? Because I forgot.
What's the topic again?
The topic is, are women expected to be loyal while men is out here in these streets? I don't know what all the words are. You can shorten that. But yeah, guys, that's what we're talking about. This is crazy. But first, we're going to go over these headlines. So because of all the cheating talk that's been going on social media, I literally was like, I felt weighted on, like a weight. Like, is this too much? I'm not even looking for it. I'm not trying to hear nobody cheating. I don't even want to know. This is what I was telling Serina when we were coming up with the topic. Like, I don't even want to know these things. But yeah, it's in my face. So, we're going to talk about it. But to do that, I said, I'm only looking for news this week that happened this week that was positive. Only good news. Sorry about the shaking. Only good news. And you know what I found? One thing. Just one thing. I looked at the world news. I looked at like the regular news, like my local news.
Nothing. I feel like the news is always reporting like all of the negative stuff. I rarely see the news reporting anything of good, so I'm not really surprised.
Girl, I listened to the radio, nothing. Yeah, so yeah, I guess you're not surprised. So what I did find is there's a World Happiness Report, and one came out in 2021, which is super exciting. And this is breaking news, y'all. Just came out. The World Happiness Report ranks countries on how happy they are, how happy the residents are, and the rankings are based on a few. I'm sorry, I feel sick. I don't know. Hold on.
Drink some tea, girl.
Not sick, like nervous. I feel nervous. I don't know why. You know what? I'm not nervous though, but I have like a nervous feeling like right here, which is it's really weird because I'm not nervous.
That happens to me sometimes when we go on live. I don't know.
But I'm not. I don't know. It's actually. I feel so nervous that I want to throw up. But I'm not nervous. I promise y'all, I'm not nervous. I don't know what's going on. All right. So it's based on these 7 different criteria: GDP per capita, social support, healthy life expectancy, freedom to make life choices, okay, generosity, perception of corruption, and dystopia, dystopia is like the opposite of utopia. All right. So guess who was number one? In case you guys are traveling and you're like, where should I go? I want to go to a happy country.
Dubai.
Nope.
Canada.
Nope. Oh, they're up there. Okay, I'm gonna read the first 20 for you guys. But number one was Finland.
Never really hear much about Finland. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Because everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy is what they report. So going to the top 20. Oh, let me just jump in and tell you guys where the US is. The US, just guess. They're in the top 20. What number do you think?
Really? 20.
Very close, 19. Okay. Number one, we got Finland, then Denmark, Switzerland, Iceland, Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, Luxembourg, New Zealand, Austria, Australia, Israel, Germany at 13, 14, Canada. I just knew they was gonna be at the top. Ireland, Costa Rica at 16, the UK at 17, Czech Republic, the United States at 19, and then 20 is Belgium. So yeah, that's the top 20.
So what did they send out a survey or something about that?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I think, well, the GDP is like calculated. Like a lot of this stuff is calculated, but they did base it off of at the beginning of it's a 200-page report. So I did not read the entire 200 pages. But at the beginning of this this table that they were talking about, they did explain that they took COVID into account, how the people felt safe, how people felt about, like what's going on in 2020 and 2021. So there was 149 countries listed, and the least happiest country is Afghanistan.
Really?
Yeah. And then, I mean, I'll read them to you. Going down this, I'm going to happier. They're getting happier because I said today's gonna be the most positive. I'm doing positivity. So it's Afghanistan is the least happiest. Then it's Zimbabwe. Serina, when I say Zimbabwe, what do you think of?
African.
You don't think of that time we did that?
The class report in high school. And then we had our little outfits.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Serina and I did a class report on Zimbabwe, and we wore like African print, probably not from Zimbabwe. Just
we went and got that from Joanne Fabrics and wrapped it around our waist.
And then on top of that, we brought in that apple cake, and we were like, "Yeah, it's Zimbabwean apple cake, y'all."
We sure did.
It was, and it was from I was catering.
Right, but wasn't that like something that was like popular there or something? Where did
No,
we get
we
the idea
lied.
from? Oh, we lied. Okay.
We lied. So I don't know. I mean,
grade.
We needed the grade. What I do know is I used to work for a caterer who catered to the Jewish community, and she made this apple cake. And I don't know if it is Jewish or not, but it was something that she would make when she would cater. And she had an extra one. She was like, "You want it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I was like, "We brought Zimbabwean
apple cake.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so Afghanistan, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Botswana, Lesotho, Malawi, Haiti, number 143 out of 149. That's sad. Tanzania, Yemen, Burundi, India, Sierra Leone, Zambia, Togo, Madagascar. And it goes on with like African and Middle Eastern countries. And then mixed in is Sri Lanka's in there. And so is Venezuela that are yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. And so for these countries, the big thing was the dystopia that knocked them off the happiness. That, they just didn't feel like it's just not, stuff ain't right. So yeah, I mean, but the happiest countries, I think that we should maybe try to travel there and see what's going on. I'm just saying, France is number 21. Spain is 27. Saudi Arabia is 26. The United Arab Emirates. I don't know what that is, but I want to go there. Jamaica's 37. So also remember, like, a lot of these countries that you guys like, you guys like to travel to anyways, are already in here and they're not at the top. Now, Costa Rica 16. Everybody likes to go to Costa Rica, I know. But Jamaica is 37, and Italy is 28. Like, it's not, it's still popping out here. Poland is 44. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, okay, guys, that's all I have, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally feel exhausted, because where is the good news at? Oh, wow. Okay. if you guys have a country.
I think they're looking. No. That's somebody that just joined. And I think they're looking at the topic that is pinned.
Oh, okay. Let's see where this goes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to keep it positive before we jumped in this crazy topic. Okay. So let's get into cheating. So the report is, the reason this came up, and Serena didn't even know, is because Quavo done cheated on Saweetie. Okay. And it's all over the internet, and she left him, and a Bentley was involved. I don't know. He apparently cheated. She possibly cheated. No one knows. I have not kept up with the story, but it has been everywhere. I'm not purposely kept up with the story. Okay.
Right.
Y'all probably know the story. So I'm not gonna go into it. The question that we want to know, that we're talking about, is, are women expected to be loyal while men are cheating? Okay. And while men cheat, and I'm saying in the same relationship. And so this is Serina is like going for this. So I'm gonna start with the questions, because I was like, girl.
Wait, let's just to clear the room, okay? Mitchell, what is it? Mitchell Lubin, I hope I'm saying it right, says, which one of your men cheated? Nobody cheated. We kind of spent,
Not mine.
Right, and I'm manless, okay? So
it's Quavo, okay?
Sorry, I got a call. It kind of knocked us off for a second. But nobody actually cheated. But I'm like, you know what? Let's ride with this. This is already a topic that's out, and we're trying to figure out a topic. Let's ride with it.
So yeah, that's exactly what she said. So this is the first question. Why are we so forgiving, we as women, or people who date men? Why are we so forgiving to men when they cheat, and not so much when women cheat?
Okay, so before we go into that question, let's ask our viewers, do you guys feel like there's a double standard here? Like, do you guys feel like that men are expected to cheat and women are expected to be forgiving, like, and be loyal and forgive them and give them another chance and whatnot? So I would love to hear from you guys. Go on and drop down in the comment section, and on Instagram and on Facebook. Let's see. Miss Shelly Las Vegas says men do forgive. No, I'm not saying that they don't forgive, but rarely that happens. I've seen multiple situations where men cheat, and it's like they just expect for us to just, get over it and move forward in the relationship. And then when women cheat, it's like a bomb just got dropped in freaking North Korea. Like, oh, I hate her. I'm never talking to her again. That's it. She touched somebody else. That's it. And I'm not saying it's okay for either side, but I do feel like there's a double standard. Let's jump in the comments. Miss Shelly Las Vegas, just because someone else is a hoe, you're going to degrade yourself to do the same? That's
I don't know what you know what's going on, Miss Shelly.
It's not that type of situation. Something. Go ahead.
I think some people are quick to jump to men. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know. This is a bigger topic, but people love to jump to men's defense. Like, and I'm speaking on you right now, Miss Shelly. Men, they forgive. It's not even about men. It's not even about men. It's literally about women and what we're expected to do.
Exactly.
It's not even about men. People love to be like, men, and I'm like, women are which is funny because y'all about to be mad. Women are the community or group that is disadvantaged in general speaking, and they're getting shine right now and getting light right now. And men, I don't know what they want to be victims to, but there's some people who want to jump in defense for men when we've been jumping in defense for men for years. Okay.
Yeah.
Give women a chance. Not, men. Like, look, okay. Like, girl, let's talk about us, girl. Let's talk about us.
Right.
She
Okay,
said, I
so
ain't trying to defend them, but why do you keep dealing with them?
but
Oh,
that's the perfect question right there, though. That's it. Like, why I feel like a lot of women, like, and personally, I feel like I see it more in our community, meaning people of color, although it's happening everywhere. I feel like women have this thing like we're supposed to accept so much from these men, but they rarely accept those things from us. I feel like cheating should be that should be something across the board and not just where when men cheat, you like, well, he a man. Well, that's what men do. Men mess up. Men, they don't know. Like, you have to teach them how to love you, and you have to teach them how to do that. Like, why do we have so many excuses? Because to me, that's an excuse. Why do we have so many excuses when it comes to them? And when a woman does it, it's like they should know better. You should know that you're a temple. You should know that you're sacred. You should know. No, the man is sacred too. Okay. I don't know if you've forgotten that part. That's supposed to be something that is shared with your partner. And I think I saw a tweet. Somebody reposted Sweetie's tweet, and she said, and I'm paraphrasing. I might be leaving something out, but the bottom line was, she said, the intimacy isn't the same when you're sharing that intimacy with other people. Nobody wants to deal with that. You know what I mean? So it was something
not
to
unknowingly, not unknowingly.
exactly. If you agree, then that's different. But I do feel like that's something huge in our community. I remember I was having a conversation with one of my older friends, and her and her husband were going through some things, and I made a comment and was like, I think she was talking about him cheating or something, and I made a comment and was like, I'm not dealing with that. And she was like, just wait until you get married. Just wait until you get married and see if you still have that same attitude. And I'm like, no, that's a standard. Like, I'm not, there's certain, you have to deal with things in every relationship. But the cheating part, for me, can't do it.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. In my younger years, I have said like, oh, if he cheats on me, like, I'm willing to work on it. And speaking about Jared, because I just love Jared so much, and I just think he's so great. But then, but then when I got older and more mature, and I've known Jared for like 11 years now, and I was like, girl, look, you cheat on me. We ain't together no more. Because that's because I don't know if all the 90s music and the 90s relationship movies had me fooled thinking that people do slip up and accidentally fall into someone else's bed. And I don't know if I was brainwashed and thought that happened, but I think when I learned myself more and I was like, you know what, I don't have to do, and my value, like, look, I don't need to be with no, like, I'll be fine. Like, I'll be fine. Anyways, I do want to tell you, Izetta Brown says, hey, Rena, baby.
Who said that?
Izetta Brown on Facebook.
Hi, grandmommy. That's Jasmine's grandma.
Hi, your grandma here. Yes, Izetta.
So on Instagram, Mitchell Lubin made a statement. He said, so you're single and you're talking about relationships. Absolutely. I feel just because I'm not in a relationship at this moment doesn't mean that I can't speak on relationships or either past relationships that I've had or be observant to other relationships. I am not a believer that you have to go through every single thing to get every single lesson. Yeah, like, but don't get me wrong. There's some things you're not going to understand until you physically go through them. But a lot of what we're dealing with, we can kind of look and say, that doesn't look nice. It don't look like it feel good. Let me try to make this decision instead of that one and see if I can have another outcome.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you have to be in a relationship to decide that you don't want to be cheated on. I don't have to be like, I've been cheated on, and after experiencing this, I've decided
I realize that I don't want it. No, I see what other people deal with.
Yeah, I'd rather learn from your mistake.
Right. I love learning from other people's mistakes. I'm very observant when it comes to those things. So, and that also brings up another point. You have to, when you're talking about relationships with someone, I think you should be talking about relationships with someone that has the type of relationship that you want. That's one thing that I recently learned. And my cousin Asia actually taught me about that. Like, I was having a conversation with her one time about somebody I was dating and how I was going to them for advice. And she was like, but do they have the type of relationship that you want? And I was like, actually, no. She's like, so you probably should talk to someone who has the type of relationship that you want to get advice from them instead of someone's relationship that you don't want, because the advice is going to be different. The perspective is going to be different.
I think you're right. Definitely. I mean, I'm not going to
Oh,
say
and
that.
by
That's
the
make me
way,
sound
she's
away.
married. Mitchell, I'm single,
Oh,
but she's married. So
yeah.
we got two different perspectives on
Mitchell,
here, okay?
if you want to, if anybody, we heard that multiple people can be on Instagram. If anybody wants to join in on Instagram,
Yes.
that's a boy has a just not so someone. We got a single person, we got a married person, someone just out here, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to join in. You just let us know. Invite yourself.
Yes.
Join. Request to join. You can come in because we want to hear.
Yes.
So the question was that we're circle back to is why are we so forgiving to men when they cheat and not so much when women cheat? So I'll say that I definitely been cheated on before, but I feel like I didn't have any proof. No one was telling me, but I just knew. Like it was, and by the way, yeah, by the way, it's not my current relationship. It's like a very long time ago. And I feel like I knew, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I was crazy because I was like, I feel like this is happening.
Girl, go with your intuition. Your inner God is trying to tell you that something is up, okay?
Yes.
Anytime I didn't listen to my inner self, it was exactly what I thought it was.
Girl, tell me that 15 years ago. This, Tavia now knows this, but yeah, what I'm saying is, I think at that time I was forgiving because I didn't have proof, and I felt like I needed proof, but when I got proof, and I didn't I kind of got proof. It was our mutual friend was like, "You look stupid. What you're saying is actually happening, and you need to stop. You need to stop dealing with him." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." And that was it. That was the last time I dealt with him. But I feel like, I don't know. Do you have to like catch, like when, you know what I mean?
No, I feel like that goes into you being like connected with self. Like, because think about it, guys. Most of the times when you're in, this is any situation. This isn't just a relationship. This is any situation that you may come in contact with. Yourself usually tells you what you need to do, but we're not taught to go with our first thoughts. We get the thought and then we question it, and we're taught to seek outside confirmations, whether it is a friend, or some people say, well, let me go pray to God, but your inner God God already told you what it was. You know what I mean? So I think it comes from not being connected with self and being secure with who you are and your thoughts and things like that. But as far as us being so forgiving, I think it's something that we have manifested without even realizing. And I kind of want to go back to what you were saying about the 90s music. The other day, I was listening to a nice little old school little R&B thing. I said, every single last one of these songs is talking about being with somebody else's man or woman, but saying it in a nice,
most respectful way. It sounded so romantic.
Listen, even the song back in the day with that Barbara. I found your man's number in my pocket. I found your number in my man's pocket. Like, they were saying it in such a discreet way that you really don't realize what you're saying, but we've manifested this for so long. Like, and it's not just with American music, it's with all of it. I listen to all types of music, and we've always been talking about taking somebody else's. I listened to a reggae song the other day, and it's called What One Dance Can Do. And in the song, he's literally talking about how he was out, girl checking him out, she with her man, he's standing in her way, in his way, again with his woman. And I'm like, but you don't realize, because the beat's so nice and sweet, and you tapping your foot to it, and you don't realize that's a frequency. Like, energy is what gets us going. Like, our spirits and all of that stuff, that's a form of energy. So when you're listening to these frequencies, whatever frequency you on, that's what you're gonna hear. So when you're listening to this type of music and you're singing it, you don't realize you're manifesting this with your words. Everything you're saying, you're manifesting. You wonder why you keep coming in contact with all of these men or women that are cheating on you, but look at what
You
you're
are
taking in.
too accepting. I mean, but I will say this, that there are other factors that go into if someone cheated. I feel like it's not cut and dry. Like, I think that you could be in a situation where they cheat and like, I don't know. For me, nigga, I'm sorry. I just feel like, I just don't understand how you could be sorry for that for me, for my specific situation, for me and my relationship. Oh, you sorry now? Like, no. So for the way my relationship is set up, but I feel like I understand. Maybe it's like, oh, we drifted away, or you're never home,
Right.
or
There
like, I guess I
exceptions
kind
to the
of
rules.
understand that. And then there's like, I'm sorry I did this. I want to work on it.
Right.
Okay,
You have to really
maybe
figure
that's a
out
forgiving.
right. You have to see where your relationship sits. Is this a relationship that you guys have been together for years and you've kind of lost yourself because I hear married people say all the time, and people that have been in relationships all the time, you fall in and out of love with each other. And there can be a time where years go by and you guys are just not connected. You're not focused on each other's needs. So then, like, things like, let's say you have this couple, they have children now, they have work or businesses, whatever the case. You're so focused on the work and the children that you forgot to nurture your relationship. So you guys start doing this, and then little things like, okay, most people work a 9 to 5. Well, you spend more hours at work than you do at home with your family. So what usually happens sometimes is you could literally be home, at work, doing your business and what you're doing your work and your duties, and conversation starts. Because honestly, between a man and a woman, the thing that starts that connection is the conversation. And you're literally just having candid conversations with each other. You like that and I like that. And next thing you know, you guys are coming closer together. Now, you don't realize it's taking place because you're looking at it as like a friendly thing. And then all of a sudden, y'all looking up at each other like, oh shit. What just
I don't
happened?
think that happens. I understand that I think you don't accidentally fall for somebody. You know that if you like, but
I feel like, yes.
I have never, I only speak from my personal experience. I have never been talking to somebody and felt like a connection like that with somebody while I was in a relationship. Like, and also I wouldn't even not let myself feel it, but there's a level of conversation that I just will have with people that are casual. Like, I'm not delving it. Like, I'm not going in deep and with
what about, okay,
I'm just not doing that. I'm not putting myself at risk.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't think a lot of people think it's putting themselves at risk, because I've been in situations where I literally feel like I'm having regular, candid conversation with people. I am a friendly person. I will talk to you. And next thing I know, this person got feelings, and I'm like, whoa, where did this come from? Like, I thought we was talking about whatever the workplace.
No, I don't know. I feel like that person tried to talk to you with a motivation already. Like, oh, she cute. Let me just talk to her casually. I think you just got gamed and you didn't know.
I don't know, Tay.
You got gamed.
I've been in a situation like that where it literally, we had regular conversations, and I wasn't in a relationship, so no cheating took place. I'm just saying we never looked at each other like that, to be honest. But because we had so much in common and so much to talk about, you don't realize that you guys are still attracting each other. You may not be attracting each other like physically or in a lustful way that you mean to, but if you guys have something in common, those are more things for you guys to talk about, and that's how even friendships are developed. So
yeah, you're right.
Definitely protect yourself from getting in situations, but how do you I
just wouldn't put myself. I just feel like it's like this, and I have that thing with drugs that I just can't stand and it freaks me out. So I always use it as an example. But if I like some drug, I'm not gonna go into the crack house.
That's different.
Like,
though.
I know that
I feel like that's different. Because you
I mean, it
knowingly
is
know
different.
that this is if you knowingly know that someone is trying to get to know you, and you're in a relationship, like they're trying to get to know you on that level, of course you'll stop it. But if it's literally genuine conversation between a man and a woman, no matter what, a man and a woman is going to be attracted to each other no matter what. You can take two people that find each other very unattractive, put them in a room for long enough, they're going to find that something's going to take place, because that's the natural connection between a man and a woman. So I feel like in those situations, I'm still not saying that it's okay. Sometimes it's easy to find yourself in those situations where you look up like, damn, how the hell we get here? And we was talking about looks.
I don't know.
Like,
okay, I don't know if anybody, look, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I've only seen that stuff happen in movies, and I don't know that it happens in real life. I don't know that you are not.
I wasn't in a relationship, but it happened to me where I genuinely was like, oh no, we're just cool. We have so much in common. And all of a sudden it's like,
no, I'm saying if you were on the other end, like you were unsuspected. I'm saying you don't, I'm saying you just accidentally fall for somebody, like, girl. I don't know.
I don't know. What y'all think? Let's see. Let's go in the comments. Let's see. Okay, Miss Shelly Las Vegas says it all starts with conversation. And she also asked how many years you've been married, Tay.
Oh, not long. I'm only coming up on 7 years in May. So on your daughter's birthday, I will be married for 7 years. So I mean, I mean, for married, concerning marriage, that's not long at all. People be married
and when
forever.
I say cheating, I'm not talking about those type of situations. Although I feel like, you have to have some type of level of self-control to try and stop those things from happening. And I'm referring to the situation that we.
I don't think those things just happen like that. Like
I do.
Well, then I can't be with nobody then. I need to be single forever. Because if you can just meet somebody and start talking to them and now you cheating on me, then you ain't, I don't know what kind of raccoon, like eagle kind of species type of platypus.
When we talk about this, do you mean, where's your mind when you say you just meet someone and then you cheat? Do you mean like you meet someone and then 2 weeks later you cheat? I'm talking about like if you're at work with someone, you are at, like, you may have been working at this job
now. This is triggering me. If that happens, look, I literally could be like so naive. Because it doesn't happen to me. And I'm not saying just because it doesn't happen to me, it doesn't happen in real life. Because that's just like, I protect myself. Like I purposely, like, I don't try to have, like, I don't make new friends that are men. And that's just, I don't try not to, but I mean, I have like Jared's friends, like Jared and I make new friends that are men. But if your man, y'all cool, y'all together, suddenly got a new friend and it's a girl, how you get a new friend? Is she a colleague? Like, I need to know how, and y'all going hanging out. No,
I feel like that.
If you can't tell your person about it, then you're doing something wrong, Well,
I'm not saying not tell your person. I don't think that way. If I'm at work, I'm not coming home and telling you everybody that was on the roster that fucking works there. And
you making new friends.
But see, I think it's different. And Miss Shelly Las Vegas said it. She said it depends on your state of mind at the time as well. I think it's different. Like, for me, I work in the beauty industry. I meet men all the time. So, and I feel like the statement that you made as far as dang, what the heck did you just say? I'm
saying you meet somebody, you become friends, and then you guys are just you guys are dating.
You said you purposely don't make new male friends, but that is a mechanism of, and no offense, I feel like that is like, is it an insecurity or an imbalance? I don't know if it's imbalance, but maybe an insecurity that the person
I can see that. If I say you're saying that I think I could possibly cheat, and so I'm just going to avoid the whole situation.
Maybe that you don't trust yourself.
No.
Because sometimes, and I'm not talking about you in particular, I'm saying in general, it may be that you don't trust yourself. And it makes me think of, okay, like mental health. Like, a lot of people mentally, like for example, I used to do this thing where I just didn't date. I just didn't date because I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I ended up getting hurt. I didn't want to put myself in a situation where maybe I felt like I wasn't going to be in control as I wanted to, or maybe I purposely just didn't date and stayed away from it because I was afraid of how I was going to behave in a relationship. That has to do
Maybe
with
I'm
me.
wrong. Okay,
That's not the other person.
I think now that I definitely have new friends that are male since I've been married and since I've been in a relationship. I think what I'm saying is, I think what I consider a friend is like you and I.
Right.
I don't have any friends that are male friends that I'm texting in the middle of the night. You know what I mean?
No, that's different.
Like, I'm
That's
not like I would text you. That's what I'm saying. That's like I would text you, like, girl, I don't have any friends that are male friends. Like, I mean, I guess I could text one of my friends that was like, I just don't. And I don't think it would be weird. I have like, and also most of my male friends are also married to my girlfriend. So there's that. But
yeah.
but
I
I'm
feel
saying
like
I
that's when
could text them in
boundaries
the
come
middle of the night and it wouldn't be weird and no one would say anything. But I don't have any friends like that are, I'm like, any male friends I'm like, oh my, like I don't know. And that could just be me. I never really was a person who had a lot of guy friends either. So it's not like something new that I changed once I got into a relationship. I just never really had a lot of guy friends. Like, I don't know.
I had both. I had both. I had guy friends, I had girlfriends, and
Yeah.
I think it just, you have to set that standard though. You have to set that so that these, like for me, I had to make sure that I let men know, because I used to be very naive and I'm like, he just want to be my friend. And it's like, no, he like you and he's
I
just
used to
waiting to
think
say
that all the
something,
time when
right?
I was in college, that people used to just want to be my friend. And Jared would be like, no, he likes you. I'd be like, no, he doesn't, whatever. And then I would get a text and I'd be like, you were right. He didn't like me.
But all
I'm like, I
relationships,
stopped talking to him.
right. But all relationships between men and women are not like that. Like I have a really close like colleague that turned friend. Like he's a barber, he's married and all of that. And he calls, I had to, that was the first relationship that I had to teach myself that all men do not want to like be with you or want something from you. There are some people who genuinely care about your well-being and helping you. He calls me all the time, checks up on me. Do I need anything? Like I talk to his wife. We have a relationship. Like when my mom comes in town, I'll take her to go see him. Like, but it's not to the point where like it's like a sneaking thing. Like, and I was raised
like that too. I don't know. I just feel like what you're saying is like when somebody becomes their friend, and the next thing you know, they're doing it to each other. Like that's where I'm like, and also I know people who said I know someone who said she emotionally cheated on her husband, and maybe that's what you're saying. Maybe I'm just not understanding it right, but because I don't have any male friends that I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any friends, female or male, that I'm like interested in or trying to be interested in. And if I don't know. I just feel like, and if you find that, I feel like if you decide you want to marry someone or you want to date someone and you find that you are starting to get interested in a different person, then it's that at that point, maybe you should think like, well, do I want to be with guy A or guy B or girl A or girl B, and then make that decision so that you can move on from the relationship and not sneak behind someone's back. Like, so I think, you know, that makes sense. But just like, I don't think you're accidentally cheating, because if you're falling for someone else, then like maybe it's time, maybe the other relationship is ending now. You know what I mean?
That happens too.
Where you have to, it's not where, I mean, that's fine if that's what's happening, but it's not that you have to go behind someone else's back. Like, I'm going to go behind your back and go cheat on you with someone else.
Right.
It's like, well, you know, I don't think
there's a way to do it. You know
what I mean?
There's a way to do it. If you guys have falling out of love and there is no reconciliation, there needs to be a conversation. And I feel like there's a way to do it. But actually just going and cheating on someone before you've ended that relationship is a whole nother story.
Yeah, like why don't you just decide that?
And the other thing that I wanted to bring up as far as like us being okay with, it's like us being so accepting of men cheating and dealing with it and things like that. When you have children, and this goes back to, I don't know if Mitchell is still on the live, but when you stay in those situations and you have children, you don't realize that you're teaching your children what to accept and what not to accept. Like, I have a friend, that the same friend
Yeah.
that I was talking about earlier, like, she has girls. Even if you have girls or boys, if the dad is cheating on the mom and the mom is always taking him back, you're teaching your daughters to accept that type of behavior. So then they end up growing up thinking like, this is how relationships are supposed to go because I watched my parents do it. Same things for men. You see the mom doing something or whatever, and to the man or to the dad, and now the son thinks, well, this is how it's supposed to operate. Same thing when you're dealing with like domestic violence and stuff. When you're a child and you're raised in a household of someone that's doing certain behavior all the time, you think this is normal. It's not until you get out into the real world and you're like, wait, so my daddy ain't supposed to be slapping my mama when she don't
Wait,
do what he said.
wait, that's not.
Like,
Yeah,
that's what's supposed to happen.
no, that's true.
Like, yeah. So
I'm
like,
sorry.
there's
I just like
multiple
now.
effects. There's
Go
multiple
ahead,
effects
boo.
of being so accepting of certain things. There's consequences for everything.
I don't know. I just realized that I was just like so triggered by that because it just sounds like a movie, and I roll my eyes every time I see a movie by that. I know I'm going back. I don't even want to watch. I hate to watch a movie where it's like that they glamorize the cheating. Because I think one time I was in school as an adult, and I was in line, and I really take like my being married, like I take it very seriously, and I take what I said at the altar very seriously. Like I don't like. I didn't take it as an optional thing. And I'm reading your mom's comment specifically, and I'm thinking, dang, did I just come off as like, she's like saying, oh, I wish the best for you, but keep on living. And that was like, oh, sweetie pie, like, oh, you'll learn type thing. And I just feel like not that anyone else doesn't take it, but I just took it super seriously. So when I see these movies and I'm very casually talking about people, like specifically with married people, like, you know, just everybody just happened to, it's no big, it just accidentally happened. You don't know, you woke up in them, you know how they show the next morning, they woke up and they're like, oh, what did I do? Like,
but you know
like,
what?
I don't know. I'm
Also,
like,
where
what do
that
you
comes
mean?
from?
You don't know what you did. So I think, well, I'm sorry. Let me just finish what I was going to say about at school. Pretty much I was in line and one girl was like, oh, he's so cute. Da, da, da. And they were like, he's married. And she was like, she said something along those lines of like, but it's his decision, or like, you're not his wife, or his wife. Like, you know, like people just like, that's not your problem. He's married. That's not your problem, or whatever. And I was like, dang, y'all. I was like, even before I got married, I was like, I took that seriously. I wasn't going to mess with somebody being married. And I wasn't, when I knew when I got married that I was going to be like I was not going to, like, I just was not playing. Like, this is like, I was going to believe you and you were going to believe me. And that's what I need in life with all my friends and my husband and my boyfriend and everyone. I just want to believe you and you believe me and just keep it simple. I don't want to be like, maybe. I don't want to be thinking that you're going to meet somebody and talk to them and then you're going to wake up in the morning, you didn't come home last night and you don't know what happened and you don't know why. Like, I think that's movies. And so when you said that, I just like, I don't know. I've never really felt like, like,
but movies are inspired by real life scenarios a lot of times.
But isn't it like glamorized? I feel like it's glamorized in like such a way where
maybe
like they didn't have a choice. Like their brain shut off and then they ended up in somebody's bed. Now I have to forgive you. People's brains
do. Listen, right? So I don't even think that if these people are going to the altar and they're not taking it serious. It's what does this look like? Like, for example, you might say, I want to be a great mom. I don't want my child to have to experience some of the things that I did. So let me be a great mom. But what does being a great mom look like? How do you not allow your children to experience the things that you have when what you went through is all you know?
Is your experience.
I think it comes from,
that's so true.
What does that look like? What does a true wife and a true husband look like? We haven't really had many examples of what that looks like in our society, to be honest. So I don't even think it's that people are going to the altar and they're not taking it serious. I think when those hard times come, people don't know how to navigate through.
They don't have the tools. They don't have the tools. Yeah,
they don't have the tools. So they do what they know. Okay, this is hard, so I'm gonna go over here.
That's true.
Listen, that is me all day. I don't know how to be in nobody's relationship. I haven't been in many, like, growing up. So when I get in them and things start getting serious, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just say to hell with this, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing, but that's the easiest thing to do. you have to stick in it and then ask for proper resources to help you throughout the journey, I guess.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm looking out the window. My neighbor is building a fence and it's so pretty.
That's okay.
So your mom says, all I'm saying is people make mistakes, Tay, and all of them are not repeat offenders. This world doesn't promote healthy marriages, so it's trial and error unless you have good examples in front of you. Yeah, I get it. And I also I will say, when I think of cheating, I think of like, I don't know, I feel like both are bad. Like if you're in a whole relationship with somebody else, or if you're just like out here in these streets, like popping whatever, says hi. I think, I mean, either one is like super, it would just really break my heart is all. Yeah. It would just really break my heart.
Sure it breaks,
and I just feel like
heart.
And no, well, let me say that it would really break my heart, but also I feel like that we're saying like women are expected to be forgiven. I mean, to be the forgivers and be loyal, while they make it seem like men can just like we don't like. I could. Okay, so we want to say, we want to talk about, I could be somebody at work and accidentally wake up in somebody's bed apparently and be like, oh, I don't know, forgive me. Like, I guess I could do that, but I think I'm just saying that specific storyline. It just sounds so like boom, 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 like so Ashton Kutcher, just like 1, 2, 3. I don't know what happened, but like I think we forget that people are nurtured, like you said, people are nurturing these relationships, any relationship to nurture it. And I'm not saying, and I guess that's other than like a one night stand or something. You could like meet someone at a club or something, but like that's nurturing, like with that example that you gave, right? Wouldn't you say that'd be like nurturing that relationship? Talking across your cubicle to some guy, and now you guys are like in the broom closet or whatever they do in the movies.
Oh my God. I think you're giving us the most extreme situation.
I probably am, because I really think it's so, I just feel like that narrative is so, it's so played out, like so in my 90s, but it's so played out. It happens
so fast in the movies, but I don't think it's really happening that fast in life. And if it is happening that fast, like you probably shouldn't have married that person in the first place. And you probably already saw red flags before you guys got to the altar.
Red
you
flags.
Just chose, and you thought that because you got married that these things were going to change. And that's
I'm gonna have to talk to my therapist about this, girl, because I don't even know where that came from. Like in my relationship, I have not had problems like this at all. And I don't even know where this damn came from. I have no idea. When you when you said that, I was like, girl, people don't be just accidentally followed in people's bedrooms. Like, and I'm like, dang, why did I even get passionate about that? I need to talk to my therapist, girl.
But think about it. How do people end up on drugs? You see people that were so like, I mean, top of their class, freaking brilliant. You know what I mean? Something happened, and then years later, you see them on the streets. You wouldn't think that, oh, you don't just randomly just end up on crack. No, you don't randomly end up on crack. Stuff happens. Stuff happens, and then you're there, from them properly. And next thing you know, you sitting around some people that say, well, I got a joint that's got a little bit of sprinkle on it. You want to try it? And then next thing you know, you're chasing that high for the rest of your life.
Next thing you know, you just got, yeah, you're right. Trick daddy.
Your environment is huge. Shut up. Your environment is huge. Like, I always say these things like the weather and your environment.
I can't hear you. You're frozen over here on Instagram. Hold on. Let me turn you on Facebook.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
My low battery thing popped up. That's what it was. But what I was saying is oh crap, I forgot what I was saying. I said people don't recover from
your environment.
Things.
You said your environment.
Oh, the environment plays yes. And I always use the example with the whole drug situation, right? It's like sometimes you can have one sibling that ended up, doing drugs. You got another sibling that didn't. Both of them have the same bottom line issues. There's some type of void or something that hasn't been dealt with in the inside, but you got one that has a hobby and one that doesn't. Well, a lot of times the hobby will keep you busy, because a lot of people, that's how they cope with mental illnesses, is they keep themselves busy so they don't have to deal with it.
Maybe I got a problem. Maybe. Oh my God. I've been painting rainbows and frogs, y'all. Apparently it's a cheating issue. I didn't know.
Shut up. It's not cheating. But usually that's how you cope. You keep yourself busy so you don't have to deal with these things that are bothering you. But if you don't have a hobby and you don't have anything keeping you busy, and it's raining outside, it's ugly, it's cloudy, it's sad all over, or it's snowing in Columbus, and you can't get out the house, or you've been quarantined, or you've been stuck, and you're feeling down already. Now on an up day, somebody offer you a cigarette or something like that, you'll be like, get that on my face. But a day where you already feeling down in your state of mind and your vibration has already been lowered, sometimes it can be like, you know what, let me hit that real quick. And next thing you know, you're smoking a pack a day. Like, and you don't even realize it. Now your body's craving it. Now, because that's what you fed your body when you were at your lowest point. So it kind of goes back.
So you're saying like with the cheating, it could be like, even though I feel like that's playing with fire, because I really don't think you just show up at someone's bed. Okay, I just don't think that. But
no, you don't show up at someone's bed. There's things that happen.
But yeah, I think yeah. I mean, if every morning you leave the house and there's an argument, and this person you talk to is just rainbows and sunshine and dragonflies, and maybe, I don't know, I guess you could, and they just happen on the right day, hit you up at the right time. Next thing you know, you pulling up at a hotel.
Just go have lunch. It ain't nothing. Let me just go have lunch. We in a public place. It ain't nothing. We just talking about crayons and rainbows. And next thing you know, y'all done jumped over the rainbow.
Jumped over the rainbow inside the pot. Hunching.
I'm just saying. But across the board, we need to make sure that there is a standard across the board with this male and female thing. Like, I really want us, especially women, to just get out of this mentality that we're just expected for our men to cheat, because it's not cool.
Y'all, we're expected to hold it down. I can't have this out here.
Perfect example. I remember when Joelle Santana and what's her name, Kim, his wife.
Yes.
So many people remember. I think it was either, I don't know if it was last year.
Did he cheat on her? She cheated on him or something?
Oh, it was horrible. It was so many times. But
who was cheating?
No. It was Kimbella. I'm sorry. It was Kimbella and not Joelle's. Joelle's is with Emily, and that's a whole toxic situation. I'm talking about Kimbella and is it Joelle's? It might be. Y'all correct me if I'm saying the wrong Dipset member, but I can't remember. But anyway, for
Dipset
years,
member Joelle Santana.
She's been with him for years. And throughout these years, he constantly stepped out on her for whatever reason.
Oh, man.
Then he finally gave her a ring. And I remember it was all over Instagram. She I finally got the ring. And they like, after all of that.
Oh, no.
After all of that. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a difference.
After that.
Like your mom called them repeat offenders. I think there's definitely a difference. Definitely a difference. Like maybe you say, like, depending on the situation and what's going on, I'll weigh out my options and I would like try to work it out first time. But the second and third and fourth time, it's like, I just say the second time. The second time period is like,
yeah, that's different. And a lot of people,
but it also depends on your situation, on how y'all been together for 40 years. I'm not saying that you have to stay, but I say if you've been with somebody for 40 years, your lives is intertwined. So it's going to take a lot for you to leave. Like, you're going to have to really get your life in order. You probably can't like find out that day and just leave. Just at least depending on how you have your stuff set up. So,
yeah. I think it just goes back to dealing with self. Men got to deal with themselves. Women got to deal with themselves. We got to stop babying our men all the time. I feel like part of this kind of comes from that mother and son relationship that's always going to be present between men and women. We think about it like,
tell me about it.
Think about how when we raise children, right? You tell your daughter to make up her bed, she make up her bed. You ain't got to keep talking to her. And most of the time, sometimes it's opposite. But your son, you done told him 5 times, and now you got to threaten to bring in dad, and then you say, "Well, he's a boy." Well, they're boys. That's what boys do. I have to keep on him because that's what boys do. It's like we keep that same mentality as they get older, and then it's just like, men. I've literally heard women tell their daughters. Like, I have a friend who her husband stepped out on her and his damn mom. Because that's what she went through. She's like, well, that's what men do. Get over it. Like, what? And calls the whole feud between their relationship, but she don't know no better because her husband cheating on her too. And I'm pretty sure
The
it came
old
from how
man.
her mom, yes, it came from how her mother and her father dealt with their relationship, and then it just continues to trickle down. But at some point, you have to be held accountable. We have to hold men accountable just as much as we hold women. That's not fair.
It's not cool. It's
If
not
it's
cool.
not good for one, it shouldn't be good for anyone.
Yeah, I think yeah, I mean I definitely know of a situation. I know of a situation where it was a little sticky, like what you could do, what you should do. But I remember on the radio, you know how Charlemagne is always talking about how he used to be cheating on his wife all the time. But I think before they got married, he would cheat on her like a lot. And even like Kevin Hart's wife or whatever, just being a full blown I mean Kevin Hart being a cheater, but he Charlemagne specifically, and he always says he's part of the faithful black man club or something like that. And it's like that he had to like grow up and decide that because he's seen his dad cheating on his mom, and one day his dad was like, you'll understand one day, and like realizing that he's cheating out of like his insecurities or something like that, like stuff that he feels like. And I understand that. I totally understand like cheating out of your insecurities. Like people sometimes feel like they're not worthy of the person that they're with. I don't think, and like sometimes people want to feel like people want to be some people want to be the smartest person in the room. Hey Tia, we're talking about cheating. You want to be the smartest person in the room. And if you are not that in your relationship, maybe not the smartest, girl. You're not, as I would say, you're not the smartest person in the room. You don't feel like that that the one you're with is like stroking your ego enough and you haven't got that in check or something. I don't know. Maybe you want to be with somebody who needs you more, who working at McDonald's, like trying to make it happen. I don't know, because they always say that women cheat up. You ever hear that? If we gonna cheat, I'm not gonna cheat with the McDonald's worker. I'm gonna go cheat with the CEO. Like I'm
CEO.
not, like I'm not about to waste my cheat.
Yeah.
I'm not about to be out here for no reason, just with any old body. And men cheat for ego, I guess is what they say. But I don't know. Yeah. I think, but the women are like Charlemagne's wife, I guess she just forgave him all those times. Or I think their story is like that she broke up with him, and then he was just like, please, like even Beyonce got cheated on, like please take me back. I won't do it again. And like she gave him like a final chance. But I think it takes like insecurity. I guess it's insecurity in both of you. If you're with someone who's like a serial cheater, insecurity in you staying with them, and then insecurity in them just whatever. I don't know what their insecurity would be.
Absolutely. And it's so funny because, man, I actually had to have this conversation with one of my guy friends because he was talking to me about what was going on with him and his wife. And now, mind you, I know him. So I know what he used to be up to. And they were together during that time. And now he's like trying to focus and he's trying to be this husband. And he's like, I just don't get it. Like, everything's still an argument. Like, she's still always snapping on me. I said, have you ever taken the time to actually sit down and tell her that you apologize for the stuff? I said, because a lot of times people want acknowledgement, and you can't just cheat on somebody for 10 years. And then today you decide, I'm going to be an upright man. I'm over this. I'm going to be focused and I'm going to be dedicated to my wife. And she's just supposed to snap like, okay, like I'm here. You can't erase. It's hard you can forgive, but it's really hard to put that much pain behind you. Now, I will say this. You need to make a decision on whether you're going to be able to deal with this after all of this has happened. Can you deal with this relationship still or not? Because it's not fair to say you're going to be in a relationship and every day he come home, you bringing up the cheating situation or whatever. Like, if you're going to move on, you guys need to take the proper steps for you to be able to cleanse your space, whatever ingrams you have in your mind of what is taken in the past. You guys need to make that decision together and work on that and make sure that you can really stay with this person after they've harmed you.
After that's what they hurt you. Yeah. I don't know.
Some people can't.
And I think that's why it would be hard for me, because I do not subscribe to the like this fear that they try to put in women about their man cheating. Like, don't let him leave the house hungry. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
like there's like he can't leave the house hungry. So I'm like, I have to make it feel like it's on you to do all these things so he doesn't cheat, because it's like he is just innate a cheater and he's just gonna do it. And if you don't make sure the dishes is clean and the food is cooked and there's a smile on your face and
you get sex this many times a week, like no.
And then now if you don't do that, I have to live in fear. Like, no, I don't subscribe to that, and I don't and like I don't subscribe to that. So I think that I forget what my point was. You were talking about, what were you talking about? Okay, here we go. She said a botanist bid said if you don't feel desired or appreciated or needed, that they will cheat. And I'm like, I think like you were saying that there's like ebbs and flows, and I think that since I don't subscribe to like I have to do all these things to prevent you from cheating. Like, I think there's things I need to do to have a good relationship, but to prevent you from cheating,
right?
Like, I shouldn't have to prevent you from cheating. Like, what? So I think that if I was cheated on in my life now, I think I would have to decide like, oh, was it because of me? I'd have to tell myself and remind myself, like, this is not something that you did. This is somebody's internal like insecurity, right? This is whoever this person's internal insecurity that they need to deal with, and this is how it manifested itself. And I don't know, maybe that's how people get through it when, like they said, the man, like, you hear those celebrities like, oh, I'm going to therapy for it now. And maybe that's because they realize, I don't know if that's just because of PR, but realize that there's something internally in them that they're like, I need to change it, and not like, oh, I need you to forgive me. Like, well, let's think about like, how did you get here? And it's because I know people say, how did we get here? I didn't cheat on you.
Right.
Like, how did we get here? Like, how did you get here? Tell me. How did
you gotta say we, because sometimes you may have something to do with it. I cannot with you.
How'd you get here? Because from my understanding, there is this checklist that they gave me when we got married. Remember that checklist? No. Yeah, no, but God. How did I get? Yeah, I think that I just seen too much in my life and know that there's a lot that I can ride through and a lot that I can be loyal for. There's so much. We poor, we homeless, we like you got a gambling addiction. I don't know. Like, I just feel like there's so much that I know that I have the capacity, or I believe that I have the capacity to handle and work with you. And there's just a few things on my list that I don't believe that I'm strong enough, like some of these women, to be cheating on 4 and 5 and 6 and 12 and just marriage and the whole other relationship and 12 other kids. Like, I'm not those women. I don't know if they're strong. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I have that in me. Mm-hmm. Like, I just don't think it's there. And so I'm supposed to be forgiving for that because I'm a woman. Like, I don't know if that's there in me. So I wouldn't, and because I don't know that that's there in me, and I don't want to know if it's there in me. I never want to know, Miss Shelley. I don't want to know. I think I wouldn't do it for you. I wouldn't do it to you because I know, like they say, if you can't handle it, don't dish it out. I can't handle it.
But there's not a lot of people.
I'm not trying to dish.
It ends up being the opposite. They dish out things, but they can't take them. And
I can't.
And feel how you feel, but I feel like that's men, to be honest. They dish out a lot that they can't take. Like, it's like we date, we get over it, we get in a new relationship, okay, we're moving on. This one girl in first grade cheated on me or broke up with me, and her name is Alexandria McCall McQueen, and I ain't never gonna forget her. She had a red shirt on, and from now on, I don't like light-skinned girls with curly hair.
And every time you wear a red shirt, it made me cheat.
My gosh.
You kept wearing that red shirt every night, and then every morning I had to cheat because of Alexandria. No, this is that question that you added, is why do we cheat in the first place, and what's up with the double standard?
I'm sorry,
please never say.
Keith,
Yeah,
I was reading the comment and then you start talking and I was like,
no, I said we hit up. I think we hit this question that you put in. Why does one cheat in the first place, and what's up with the double standard? I think your mom said. Your mom said, please never say never. Just say you pray you never have to deal with it. You have children with this man. You don't know what you will do. And I know. I'm not. I know. I have no like response, like no comeback. Like I know. I just I just know that I am strong in a lot of ways, and I don't want to know if I'm strong in that way, because the thought of it, in the scenario you said from the movies, because I just be like, these 90s movies be,
I cannot.
These 90s movies and these songs making you think that you gotta hold on and you gotta be a ride or die, and yeah, he cheated with 12 people. But look, 2 can play that game. That's how I feel. I'm on that Vivica Fox, okay? No.
I was about to say, wait, what happened?
Right. That Vivica Fox voice chestnut. Okay. You wanna play? Okay, we're gonna play. No, I kid. But yeah, I think I had realized that I had subscribed to that. And when I decided I didn't want to believe that, and that was very early on, very, very early on in my life. I was like, it's at the top of my list of don'ts. It's on the top of my list, Serina.
Right.
It's like, it's
not me
right
too.
Up there. It's right
Me
up there
too.
with don't do drugs. It's cheating and doing drugs. Don't do them, and then we can be good. We can be cool.
Right.
You and I, we good.
Dang it! It was something I was about to say to which you. It was something you said earlier that popped into my head, and it was important. And I'm trying to.
I don't know.
I need to dive into my reactive mind. Shoot.
I'm realizing why this conversation was going to be so tough for me. Why I was like, I wonder if something happened to me as a child that I seen. If I seen them as a child, like, I don't know if it was the constant watching of 90s movies, or if something happened to me that I have blocked out and a therapist is going to unlock it. And I'm be like, oh, okay. Like, I just don't know. But I just know that, like, that is just not, I'm just not on my list.
Dang, I'm so mad that what I was just getting ready to say slipped my mind, because I felt like it was so important.
And we'll come back to you. Okay. So the one I said before I started ranting was, why does one cheat in the first place, and what's up with the double standard? Another one was, are we making excuses for our men? Why are we so forgiving to men when they cheat and not so much when women cheat? And the last one, I think the last one was the title, which is
oh my gosh, I'm so mad. Come on, Rena.
Titles are we loyal, when being cheated on. So I'd like our gender roles, I guess. I hope it comes to you, sis.
Oh my God, it was good. And I'm like,
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I just really feel I just can't believe that I had that reaction. That's why we're gonna delete this one. I'm gonna let you post it, but then I'm gonna let you post it. I'm gonna go listen to myself back. And if I sound crazy, I'm gonna delete it, because
you're fine.
I think it might have been too personal for me.
No, but these are conversations that need to be had, because we gotta figure out, how do we fix it? Like, we didn't just get here overnight. Like, yeah, you keep saying like, oh, it just be in movies and just in songs. Well, obviously this is something that's taking place, and people feel so inspired to keep having topics about it.
You know what?
Movies about it. And
no, you know what I keep thinking of is that scene in movies when, like, you're sweeping or something, and then you turn around and the person's right there, and you look up and he looks down, and you're like, did we kiss? And then you kiss, and then you're like, oh, I kissed somebody. And I just be like, I just like,
sweeping.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're setting up the party. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to get it. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. I hope that I never have to deal with anything like that. And your mom like, oh, you got kids with this man. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it's just not safe for anybody.
Mom, why'd you say, Miss Shelley, why'd you say gross brush your teeth? What are you talking about? You talking about us? My teeth clean.
What's
What you
wrong?
talking about?
Was
Maybe
she
she was talking about him kissing somebody. Who did you mean to put that in here? I don't know.
Oh, you talking about when you just sweeping and you turn around?
Where's the baby? He is laying down. He is tired. He been
Grandchild thing. Her granddog.
Girl, listen, I had to wear him out when I took him outside because I had training all day today since 9 o'clock this morning, and I need to make sure he was not running around here like a crazy person. Oh, she said you were talking about kissing when you wake up.
No, I wasn't.
You say that? No, you didn't.
I never said that.
You're listening to two things at once over there.
Well, if any of you guys have any experience with sweeping the gym and then turn around
Shut up.
and you're accidentally kissing your janitor coworker,
I'm done with you.
and then you got to go home and pretend everything is normal. And you don't know how it happened. You never seen the janitor before. You just and then you don't know what happened. Then let me know.
Girl,
so that I can
bye. That is not happening.
So that I can never meet a janitor.
now you gone too far.
No. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Sweetie, to like wrap this all up, she left him, but she also said it or it seemed like this wasn't the first time that this has happened. So she did forgive him. It seems that she gave him some chances, and he just betrayed her trust one too many times for her. I don't know if it was 2 times or 12. I have no idea. But yeah, I just really, and I think also I just really seen the marriage like, Cinderella. And I know it's tough. I just don't want that peace. Like, let's just be tough between me and you. Just me and you. Because don't add no other dude or no other girl. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you might have to go move out with that person then. And go accidentally fall into their janitor bucket. Because I don't know how it happened.
I can't with you. Well, I think we beat this topic, and this was fun. We've been on here for 1 hour and 12 minutes.
Okay, yeah, and we're leaving, and we're going to delete this. So if you were here and you enjoyed this, then I'm happy that you enjoyed it, because you are never going to see this again, okay?
Yes, you are.
I'm going to pretend this did not happen, because look, I don't know why I feel away. I didn't even know I felt away until right now. I didn't even know.
Okay, there's someone else that probably felt the same way that you did, but
it just made me so, and I'm so upset at myself that I even felt the way. I don't even know. I just feel like I don't have this problem, and I don't know why I got so upset about it. Maybe seeing people in my life who had the problem, like
you're an empath too, though. So when you hear other stuff, it's like you kind of like put yourself in their shoes and you start living it. So that's probably why.
That could be it, because I do know several people who've had like very like on again, off again relationships that involve cheating, and it just really looked like it sucked. That's all.
I'm pretty sure
it just really looked like it sucked. So I was like, oh, I don't want that. And now these movies.
Oh my God. Remember to say what you want and what you don't want, because the universe don't know the difference between the two.
You always tell me that. Universe, I just want to be loved.
An amazing relationship.
Yes, I just want an amazing relationship, and that's what I want. I don't even know how to say it without not saying it. I don't want to meet no janitors.
Girl, bye. Anyway.
Bye, guys. Watch out for those janitors, okay, guys? They're sweeping and they're kissing you. Watch it. You're not even gonna know what happened. You're gonna wake up in the gym under a basketball hoop and confused. Girl. So watch out, because it's real. It's a pandemic. It's happening left and right. don't walk into gyms. It's done. No gyms. Oh, you wasn't with me shooting the gym? No, I wasn't there because janitors. So bye, everyone. Have a good day.
Later, guys. See you next week.